To say this trip was amazing is an understatement. Over a few days of fishing, we caught well over 100 plus fish, and it was just a really good time with family. Yes, there were a few heartbreakers like this one. This was a fish well over 20 inches that got away. But as with every fishing trip, you catch some fish and you lose some awesome fish. And that's what makes it so special. A lot of trips, you can go and it doesn't even matter if you catch fish or not. It's just all about the time spent with friends enjoying beautiful country out in the wild. So to start off this trip, I caught this solid brown starting off the day, and me and my cousin played a little game where we would alternate. For whoever would miss a fish, they would have to go to the back of the line. Whoever would hook a fish could continue fishing. So these next few clips you see will be us alternating back and forth, catching some really nice fish, and yeah, just having a really good time. It was pretty special. So this river we're fishing is on the eastern side of the Continental Divide in western Colorado. It is a very special and unique creek, to say the very least. I'm not going to give the name of the creek, just don't want to spot burn this location. It's pretty special. But this river primarily holds an abundance of brown trout, which are the most common. But it also holds some native cutthroat as well as non-native brook trout. So you can catch at least 3 different species here all on the fly, which is pretty spectacular and unique to many of the fisheries in western Colorado. So here's a small clip of me absolutely whiffing it on a decent rise from a trout holding back in the kind of little inlet of that hole. It's getting pretty competitive between me and my cousin here. We're both missing and losing a lot of fish, and yeah, it just ups the competition and makes it pretty fun. Just enjoying our time out in the water. It's not all about the competition, but it definitely pushes you to do better if you can get kicked out just for missing a fish. So here I kind of dropped the competition and just let my cousin have attempts because he was missing quite a few fish in a row, so just wanted to let him have a shot at a nice fish. The funny thing though is that my cousin's a far better fly fisherman than me and has caught quite a bit more fish, so it's kind of a funny coincidence that I was actually out fishing him this day. Well, for this portion of the day. Here he finally breaks the skunk. He was 0 for 9 at this point. Yeah, got him on a fish and continued on moving upstream.
That was all on video too. That was pretty cool.
Since he finally caught a fish, it swapped back to being my turn to hopefully put a good hook set on a nice trout. Here the early morning weather's kind of wearing off and the water's heating up, which is starting a pretty good hatch. Fish are starting to eat a little more readily off the surface. So we switch primarily to dry flies, dropping the dry dropper rig we have, and are just kind of fishing chubby Chernobyls and big parachutes, big stimmies, some size 8 to 10, as well as size 12, mostly just on the surface, trying to target those rising fish. This bend was actually looking really promising, but couldn't find any fish holding in it. It was odd because normally this deeper water holds fish, but most of the fish we caught that day had actually been hiding out in little tail outs and riffles. Not really in these deeper holes, as would be expected. Here I made a really good cast I thought was guaranteed to get a fish, but even some of those great casts, just don't end up producing, and the fish aren't always where you think. Or they are where you think, but they just don't like your offering of a fly. Here I'm kind of targeting that area under that barbed wire fence. There's probably a fish under there.
He missed it. Yep. Yeah, he missed it.
Absolutely blew that fish there. I'm just trying to get a few more casts into some of the other holding spots in this little riffle.
Why aren't they hitting?
The irony of me saying that, because watch what happens on the third cast after me saying this. And this is 100% on me. I just fully whiffed a whole nother rise. Getting a little frustrated at myself here, but I mean, that's okay. You miss a few fish. So we moved up to this beautiful hole up here. Looked really promising, and started trying to get into some of the good ends of that, and whacked a nice brown in here. Pretty acrobatic, doing some nice aerial jumps there. It was a fun fight. Really pretty fish. When possible, always try to wet your hands before touching the fish. It just helps protect that protective slime on their bodies. At least for a better catch and release, just keeps the fish healthy. Don't want to harm these beautiful little fish. So yeah, here I got a nice little release on this guy. He took off, super healthy, super happy. Just goes to show one of the beauties of catch and release. Just fly fishing is pretty easy to let these fish get out and go do their thing. So here I swap turns with my cousin and let him take a turn at trying to whack a fish in this hole. Since I played my fish towards the bottom of the hole, the top is still pretty much untouched. And typically when you're fighting fish in this situation, you want to play your fish downstream so it leaves the rest of the fish at the top of the hole available and unspooked. So yeah, here my cousin puts a really nice cast towards the top of this hole and gets a solid drift going. Yeah, that line lay was just perfect and goes right through that hole. Boom. Nice rise. Solid fish, solid hook set. Great job on his part. Yeah. There you go, wetting the hands. Beautiful fish and quick release. So at this point, I switched partners and went and fished with my other cousin. And we hiked up the creek a little bit, caught some really pretty brook trout. And caught this really pretty little wild cutthroat trout, which these are one of the only native fish to this creek. And we're just trying to look for some beaver ponds that we knew were a little higher upstream. Came to this really nice clear hole, and I started spotting for my cousin, just trying to show him where the fish were.
You're going right over one?
Me and my other cousin
Didn't even look, didn't even
just kind
care.
of looking. There were quite a few fish in this hole, and
Yeah, you went
just
right
wanted him
over
to
one.
get a
It was
solid
nice.
cast.
They're all moving up.
Helping guide him with that. And here he just places a perfect cast, and fish hits it, but
Oh yeah.
sadly he misses the hook set barely.
One's
just
looking,
a
boom.
millisecond.
Yep. Oh.
And sadly, at this point, I just stopped filming. But me and my cousin move on upstream and just start whacking fish after fish. And it's just epic. Just trying to enjoy it for what it is and not pay too much attention to filming. And spend more time just enjoying the fishing for what it is. So here we finally find one of the beaver ponds. And
There. Oh, money. Big one. Yes. That was
just
so sweet.
a
Yes.
solid
That was
fish.
so cool. Dude, money.
Doing a really good job
Money.
playing it out of that weed patch.
That was the one. That was the one. Wow. That was pretty sweet, dude. Is that another 14? Wow. Yeah, no, that's another 14. Let's go.
Just a really big, really healthy, wild brown trout. Super pretty fish right here. Just a little close up. Definitely a fish. Around 14 inches. Maybe 13 and a half.
Dude,
And that would have been a solid
Let's
wrap
go.
for that great day of
Right
fishing.
off
But my
the
cousin
bat.
ended up nailing a more solid brown trout.
That's a
and,
beauty.
that was a day. There's another good brown I caught. And yeah, amazing trip all in all. Really, really good time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to get notified when I put out more great videos like this one. Also, like this video because it really helps support my channel and what I do. Also, I have other great videos on this channel, so you can check them out. I'll leave them right above in this block, so you can go check them out right after. Thanks so much for the views, and as always, God bless and tight lines.